Hello and welcome to this presentation on how you can get insurance agents to invest between $2,000 to $5,000 or more before they join your downline, your agency, or your organization. And this is an important note that this only applies to you if you or someone in your downline or organization has written more than $100,000 in annual premium in a calendar year or is closely on track to. Okay, so if you're a current producer making over $100,000 in AP, or you have someone in your downline, your agency, or your organization that does, this is going to be for you. It's now possible for you to recruit 10 to 30 or more new insurance agents a month while getting paid an extra $20,000 to $60,000 per month online. And this is money that is on top as an addition to your current production or the current override. Okay, so this is additional money coming directly from the agents, an investment coming from the agent. As a result of implementing the profitable agent attraction framework, you're going to be able to easily grow your agency to a $1 million per year run rate, and eventually over the next couple of years with this model, just because of the way the economics are built, you're going to be able to potentially build an IMO that overrides more than $10 million a year. We're working with current organizations that are doing that volume, okay, on NDAs. Now, I want to talk to some of the clients that we've worked with. Rick Love recruited 52 agents in less than 4 months, and that's not even the best part, right? That's an impressive amount of agents in the first place. However, the best part is that he's made over $100,000 in additional profit that was all made up front. So it fueled his growth. So we weren't recruiting anybody with an insurance license and a pulse. We were actually recruiting, producing, invested, and motivated agents who were willing to invest in themselves up front. Next up, Eric DiGiovanni, who recruits 20 new agents per month consistently, and these agents are not joining his agency for free. They're actually paying him between $2,000 to $4,000, and he's able to collect $40,000 per month in additional cash. Next up, we have Luis Garcia, who recruited 5 new agents his first 30 days, and Luis makes each agent pay more than $3,000 to join his agency. And so as a result, he's collected $15,000 in additional cash. And there's plenty more. What happens when you implement the profitable agent attraction framework and start recruiting agents via a paid digital product, and some may also call it an online program that agents can invest in? Well, what happens is you're going to start having agents who are committed. They now have skin in the game. They've put money on themselves. They've bet on themselves. And agents who are willing to do that are usually at a higher caliber. Okay, first of all, if they're going to put money up front, they're going to want to make that money back and write business. Okay, and so when they join your team, that's business that you'll be able to override. Next, you'll recruit agents with the business owner mentality, people who are trying to be creators and not consumers. People with business owner mentality are people who are going out there to seek information. They're looking to increase their skills so that they can get paid more, and those are the kind of agents that you want to recruit. They're going to be motivated and hungry, and you're going to be recruiting A-player people who are actually willing to put up money up front. Okay, this is a whole new model. This is a new way that a lot of agency owners are moving towards. We're working with them every single day. And the cool part is that they're willing to learn. Because they've invested money, they're now seeing you as the authority, the person that can actually get them to the next level. And so they're willing to learn, and they're willing to put in the effort to actually acquire the knowledge. And this is the type of person you need in your team, in your agency, or your downline. Okay, so no more recruiting anybody with an insurance license and a pulse. Okay, you're going to hear me say that quite often. Now, your baseline has increased. You're now recruiting better agents, people who are not going to waste your time, right? No more babysitting adults. No more high agent turnover, people coming in and 2 weeks later saying, no, the insurance business is not for me. That doesn't happen anymore when people put money up front. Okay, and that's why we don't charge $300. We charge between $2,000 to $5,000 because we found that that's the amount that gets the level of commitment required for agents to find success in your downline. Okay, so we reduce the agent turnover rate we went from 89% to 27%. And as a result, you're getting more override and fewer chargebacks because people are learning to write business the right way. They're not just going after friends and family, okay, which is just the current model that a lot of people are operating under. No, they're finding new business and selling legitimately. And now you're going to be able to get paid upfront to recruit. Okay, you're going to have an opportunity to charge between $2,000 to 5,000. You can see a screenshot of a Stripe account here on the right hand side. And getting paid up front is crucial because it's pure profit that you can reinvest in marketing. If you're an insurance agent right now in production, not only will you have to sacrifice a bit of your time in production under the old way, well, also you would be spending money on marketing, and that would drain your finances. So if you're making $5, $10, $15, $20,000 a month or more, well, you're going to sacrifice a lot of your time. It's going to lower your production, and then you're also going to have to spend money on marketing, and therefore you rely a lot on the override in the first 30 days to cover your acquisition cost. But now, with this new way of getting paid, you can now reinvest into marketing. And the way our model works, we don't have to sacrifice your production because we'll work outside of your current busy schedule, whether you're producing right now or your other recruiting efforts that you're doing at this time. Okay. And what that does, that money allows you to buy yourself time to onboard and train these agents. So many people, they're trying to ramp up the agent super fast. They're trying to get up and running in 7 to 10 days, and they don't do what's necessary to actually help the agent succeed. But now with money up front, you can spend the first 30 days with that agent actually getting them ramped up because you don't need to cover your acquisition costs in the first 30 days, especially if you're using a credit card. Okay, so super important here to get an investment from the agents. It avoids you from bleeding out in advertising. So many agents, they can't put money in advertisements because they're bleeding out. They have no money coming in, and it takes too much time for the agent to start producing that they don't see money back to reinvest. And also, the agent that is coming in is not investing, therefore it's not a quality agent, and then that agent's not even writing business in the first place. Okay, so not only are you not even getting production in the first 30 days, but the quality of agent you're bringing in is not even sufficient to get enough override to pay for what it costs you to acquire that agent, whether it costs you in time, staff to do outreach, if that's what you're doing right now, or advertising, which is what we're talking about here. Okay, so you're not going to have to rely on override to eat. However, you will be getting a lot more override as a result of that. Okay, and so the key here is that it's less financial risk, less financial stress, more money up front. Now, I recently watched the movie Founder, and I recommend everybody here watching the movie after this presentation tonight or the next couple of days. And there's a part in the movie that Ray Kroc comes into the restaurant and he tells the McDonald brothers, franchise, franchise, franchise. Okay? And I, in no means, am Ray Kroc, because you're going to be building your own business. But I want to be that person coming into your organization right now, or your agency, or perhaps just your one-man production operation. And I want to tell you it's time for you to franchise. Franchise means having someone come in and put money up front to take your current processes, to take your current strategies, and actually value them more than they would if they would have came for free. And so now I want you to start seeing this investment, this digital program, as a franchising fee. We don't call it that, but I want you to see it so you can start seeing it from that angle. I want you to go watch that movie and think about your agency from that perspective on how you can grow your agency with that business model. There's no way you can grow as fast as someone who's getting paid upfront to recruit. And that's why many of our clients have grown so fast in so little time, because you can't compete with someone who's getting paid upfront. Okay, so it fuels growth. It allows you to grow much faster, and you're going to be able to bring this nationwide. Okay, and you're going to be able to do it the right way. Okay, just like the movie shows. Okay, so watch that movie and think about your business when you do watch that movie. It's a really good movie if you haven't watched it already. The way agents access your franchise secrets, again, I just want to do this paradigm shift. It's your lead generation, your sales, your operation. What are you doing right now to be successful? Or the agent that's in your downline right now, that's writing over $100,000 in your organization, what are they doing to write over $100,000? There's specific strategies involved: lead generation strategies, sales strategies, operations, right? Certain softwares that they're using, certain cross-sells, upsells. That will be released to an agent who makes the investment into the digital product or the franchise, right? Or the online program here. Okay, so this is an example of an online program. We set you up in your CRM. You can build an online program very easily, and you can actually release it right after someone buys. Okay, so you don't have to put a lot of effort. The value that you provide to agents is pretty much instant. And so for you, it's high leverage because you're providing so much value worth $5, $10, $15,000 or more. And you're doing that with a snap of your finger. So we're creating a lot of leverage here for you. Now, how do we go about using the profitable agent attraction framework to attract agents willing to invest before joining? There's 3 important items here. The first one is the irresistible offer creation formula. Then we go into the inbound agent attraction system. And then we finish it off with the very important one, which is the #1 authority brand building blueprint. Okay, so let's start with the irresistible offer creation formula. The old way right now, which is what most agents are doing, agency owners. Okay, so if you're doing this, again, it's not your fault, but what they're doing is they're advertising free leads, okay, free lead programs, high commission. Let's say, hey, you can join at this commission rate. Dream selling, they're selling to a bunch of agents. They're flashing a lifestyle that they're not living. And that right now is all of what non-successful agents can actually offer. They don't have anything that they can teach agents. So you're pooling yourself. If you're a successful insurance agent or the agent in your downline, if they're doing that, they're pooling themselves with every other MLM agent out there that's doing that has nothing to showcase. Okay? So anytime you're coming in with free software incentives, free leads, here's a high commission, here's my lifestyle. Well, I like to say free attracts free people, because people who are actually out there, the true players, they expect an investment up front for anything valuable. And that's basic human nature as well. Anything that has a price to it, there's attributed value. Okay, so if you're a successful insurance agent, you're a valuable asset. We need to position you as a valuable asset to that person. And the only way to do that is through creating a really powerful offer, okay, creating a strong offer, which we'll talk about here shortly. But what happens by advertising this way, with this angle and this method, you're attracting people who are going to drain your energy, who you're going to have to babysit, and that gives you no return. Okay, no override, literally. Okay, and that's how so many agents fail in the transition, because they have high expectations. They're going to be able to override people, but the success rate is less than 5%. And that's generous. Now, the new way is to entice agents on a method or a mechanism. Okay, so first, we need to sell a method, a mechanism. And the only way to build that method or mechanism is off of the current methods that you're currently using or the agent in your downline. And by directing agents to a method or mechanism, you're looking for that entrepreneur, that business owner that's looking for the next skill in their business, that's looking to invest in themselves in a way of doing business. They're taking accountability, and now they want to invest into something, and we need to position you in front of that agent that's looking to level up. And so now we get agents to invest in themselves first. Okay, so it attracts the right agent, it commits the agent once they invest, and then you're going to start attracting money makers to your team, people who are already producing, okay, people who already have the right mindset, who are willing to learn and have all the qualities you're really looking for as an agency owner who's looking for strong players in their team, organization, or downline. The way of creating an irresistible offer is very simple. Okay, there's a lot more strategies involved in this. However, you want to look for who are you helping, what are you helping them achieve. Okay, I help insurance agents achieve Y, right? X amount of income or X amount of close rates or whatnot using a method. So we're calling out who we want to talk to. We're telling them what do they want, right? If they want to go from $100,000 to $500,000 a year, right? That's achieving Y. That's an example. And then Z method is your method, which is what you're currently using to be in the position that you are, or whatever your agent is using. That's the Z method that we would put together. And so what you're doing here is you're able to show proof to back up your claim because you're a successful insurance agent. And that's why I've mentioned it many times that we're talking to agents who are making over $100,000. There is proof that we can show. For example, if you're an MDRT, a $1 Million Roundtable qualifier, that's something we can show for. If there's any awards, any vacation that you have earned from a carrier, right? You can show your slips, your commission slips. These are all things that you can show to back up your claim that Z method is working and that you can actually help them achieve Y. Okay, so there's a bunch of value, guys. I hope you're able to see the value that I'm teaching here, because this is a glimpse of what we do with the Profitable Agent Attraction Framework and what our company does here at Agent Advantage Inc. Okay, we're just scratching the surface, and I hope you can imagine the amount of value that you'll be able to get. Okay, so you're going to gather tangible, valuable assets that you can offer to the agent, and that's going to be your digital program. By getting agents to invest into your system or mechanism first, you're leading with value. And that way, what you're doing by leading with value, you're building massive trust, and prospects see you as the authority from the very beginning, because they've received value, right? Similar to what I'm doing right now with you, right? I'm providing value so that you can trust me, okay? And hopefully we can work together and see each other in person and really help you get to the next level in your business, okay? But you're going to be doing that with agents before they join your team, okay? So just want to show you that, this is all possible when you lead with value. The conversation isn't about you anymore. It's about them and them wanting to join your team. Now they're coming in wanting to join your team afterwards because you've led with value, and that value is found in your digital product. And that way you don't come off as salesy, don't come off as pushy, or an MLM insurance agent that works with, I'm going to leave the 3 dots here because I don't want to mention any company. But if that's you, or you know which company I'm working with, I know you're probably smiling with me right now. But that way you're not coming off as these MLM insurance agent. We're putting you in a whole different category. And that's what motivates me so much, is to change the industry, to shift the wave of this industry by putting agents like you who are not part of these MLM organization in a whole different category, and you're able to outcompete them any day. So that was the first item, the irresistible offer creation formula. So now we've created you an offer. The second step is to get you appointments, people coming to you, booking on your calendar, which is the inbound agent attraction system. So the current and effective marketing strategies, again, this is what most agents use, the ones that are failing every single day. That's what they're doing. That's you. I'm not saying this is your fault. A lot of these strategies are coming from the top, and these are just old methods that are not working right now because times are changing. The first is direct messaging agents. If you're messaging agents yourself, this is not something you have to do. I call it a very ineffective method because you're going to the agent first. So by the fact that you're messaging the agent first, you've just lowered your authority, because what kind of successful insurance agent would be messaging others? That's number 1, direct messaging agents on Facebook groups, LinkedIn. That's very ineffective. 2, attending networking events. That's unscalable. Okay, first you have to go in person. You get a lot of energy. It's awkward. It's not scalable. Okay, it's not consistent unless you're creating your own events. Even then, if you're creating your own events, then having people to show up to that event is very inconsistent. And the last one, and this is all our favorite, is recruiting friends and family. Okay, yeah. Now, with the inbound agent attraction system, you're going to get agents to schedule on your calendar. They're going to come in, learn about you, and then book on your calendar. And by doing it this way, you're maintaining high levels of authority. But most importantly, you're able to scale your recruitment very fast because of this type of model. You can fill in your own calendar. Eventually, we'll fill in some salespeople who will be recruiting for you. So if people are really excited about exponential growth, this is how you get to the next level. We're going to build out a sales team for you, okay, getting people to recruit on your behalf, and they're going to be collecting the cash and sending over recruits to your organization. And you're going to maintain your authority and your integrity in the market that way, because now it's inbound, people coming to you, and they don't feel like they're being sold. When they're getting a direct message, guards are up. But if they're coming in on their own voluntary basis and they're learning about you, your vision, your organization, and they're getting value from you, there's massive trust involved, and so it doesn't feel like a sales process. It doesn't feel like they're being pulled into an organization. And this is how our agents are easily able to recruit 10 to 30 or more new agents per month to their downline, all while getting paid in the process. With inbound booked appointments and agents investing in you upfront, you now have limitless scaling potential. You can literally double your recruiting process overnight because of the opportunities social media advertisements offers. Okay, you can literally double the number of appointments, therefore double the amount of recruits. That's the power of social media and online ads. We can scale very fast, and we teach our clients how to do that. So you no longer need to rely on agent override to reinvest money in marketing for your recruitment efforts. We get you paid within 30 days. Okay, so if you're using a credit card to advertise right now, we get our agents paid back within 30 days because we're getting money up front for recruitment. And the last item, which is a very important item, is our authority brand building blueprint. Having a strong brand gives you the authority and trust required to be able to receive money from agents. However, there is a misconception about how to easily build a strong brand. What most people think they need to do to build a brand, which takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, is to become a speaker at an event, be interviewed by big influencers in the market, or even spend time writing a book or multiple blogs online. These methods are all good, but they take a lot of money and lots of time and energy to put in place. Now with the authority brand building blueprint, you're going to become an authority figure from day one. Okay, you won't need to spend a large amount of time and money to do these previous methods. We have a method using YouTube to position you as that authority from day one. Okay, prospects will trust you, and you're going to become that person that they want to invest money in. Okay, and that way, most important and above all, you're not going to be seen as an MLM agent who's just trying to recruit to make a living, okay, just to recruit to sell a policy, which is absolutely terrible. So by building our client's brand, this is what prospects are saying when they get on the Zoom call. I can't believe I'm getting the opportunity to speak with you directly. And that, to me, is the power of brand building. As we continue to build your brand, we will be able to remove you from the business and scale out your recruiting with the sales team. That way you'll be able to easily scale to $1 million per year and beyond effortlessly. We'll be able to do that once we start building a sales team. Now let me ask you a question. Do you want to implement the profitable agent attraction framework and do it right in the next 14 days? And you're going to get results like Rick Love, who made $100,000 in additional profit, 52 agents in 4 months, Eric DiGiovanni, Luis Garcia, Luca Pominville. And what I want you to do at this point, if you haven't done so already, is in the description there's a link to book a call. If you haven't scheduled yet, go ahead and book a call with our team. If you've booked already, then we look forward to speaking with you. I look forward to speaking with you on the other side. I'm very excited for us to get on this journey together. It took 7 years and more than $100,000 to perfect the profitable agent attraction framework. The skill required to build something like this yourself is social media ads, automation, software, website design, online calendars, creative design, ad copy, targeting. And I could go beyond to go with custom values, custom fields, understanding your CRM, building pipelines. There's a lot involved in building something like this. And so we've built it all for you so you don't have to spend thousands of dollars, okay? If not tens of thousands, we've spent over 100,000. And you don't have to waste years trying to figure it all out. We do place limits on how many people we work with though each month. And so we only want to work with specific insurance businesses. We know we can get results. So there's going to be a qualifying form when you come apply, because we know that based on those answers, if you do get to the calendar, that means that we can actually help you and get you results based on who we've helped in the past. So if you or someone in your downline or organization has written more than $100,000 in annual premium in a calendar year or is closely on track to, then I invite you to go ahead and book a call. Down below in the description there'll be a link with an application form, and if you've booked a call already, then we look forward to speaking with you and showing you this model in more depth. Okay, so thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I look forward to speaking with you, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you.